رمضان يا رمضان يا نفحة الرحمن رمضان يا رمضان شهر جود وغفران رمضان يا رمضان يا نفحة الرحمن رمضان يا رمضان شهر جود وغفران كل عام يأتي زائر ليته دوما.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. My name is Habiba Adedoyin Kukoyi, and I want to welcome you to our program, Pathway to Jannah, from our company, Ames Media Company Limited. Today, we are going to be focusing on, let me not even let the cat out of the bag. Let me ask you a question. What are the halal foods that should be eaten during the month of Ramadan? What are the benefits of the foods and fruits that should be taken during the month of Ramadan? A whole lot of us are more. Àmọ́ tá a bá ṣèwádìí, a rí I pé àwọn nǹkan tó máa ṣe ara ní àǹfààní tí Ọlọ́run bá dẹ̀ fi òǹtẹ̀ lù, òun ló yẹ ká jẹ nínú oṣù yìí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́? Now, my assignment for you is go and do a research. Go and find out the benefits of the halal foods and drinks that should be taken during the month of Ramadan. That is number one. And secondly, gbogbo àwọn abala tẹ́ máa nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí pátápátá, all the segments you love to listen to watch, we have them ready for you. We'll start with the Quranic recitation, admonition, àwọn oúnjẹ tí Maradon nínú oṣù Ramadan, Seerah of the Prophet with our children. Gbogbo ẹ̀ pátápátá òun ló pé pérépéré. So call the children, let them come. Let them know that Auntie Habiba is ready for their favorite segment. Yes. Again, it's Pathway to Jannah, and you're most welcome.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Hamida Abdul Ghaffar. I am a student of University of Lagos Muslim Community Arabic School. I want to recite Surah Zariyat, verse 1 to 15. The verses talk about the acknowledge of Allah's power and the inevitabilities of Allah's judgments. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والذاريات ذروا فالحاملات وقرا فالجاريات يسرا فالمقسمات أمرا إنما توعدون لصادق وإن الدين لواقع والسماء ذات الحبك إنكم لفي قول مختلف يؤفك عنه من أفك قتل الخراصون الذين هم في غمرة ساهون يسألون أيان يوم الدين يوم هم على النار يفتنون ذوقوا فتنتكم هذا التي كنتم به تستعجلون إن المتقين في جنات وعيون صدق الله العظيم.
You're not supposed to be proud of yourself. You should always obey Allah.
Are you desirous of ethical media content for your child?
Today, we will be looking at a great prophet of Allah.
The Seerah of the Prophets, with children and young adults, takes us down memory lane on the life of the prophets and Sahabas.
Prophet Nuh, Prophet Yusuf, Prophet Ibrahim, Prophet Yunus, Prophet Musa, Prophet Isa, Prophet Adam.
Prophet Adam is not just the prophet of Allah, but the first man created by Allah. Prophet Yusuf was the most handsome creature. Prophet Ayub is a special prophet of Allah.
Partner with us on this unique program to provide halal alternative to our young ones and the young at heart.
This program is designed to tell stories from the lives of prophets of Allah.
For details, contact us.
ليس كل الناس أهل للعلاء خذ قرارا
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Alhamdulillah. Today we want to look at the last aspect of the story of Prophet Adam. On our program, Stories from the Seerah. I still have in the studio with me my friends from Farida Children's School and the Great Khilafa College.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I hope you are excited to learn the last of the stories of Prophet Adam.
Yes, sir.
Yes. In the last episode, we talked about how Prophet Adam misbehaved, and himself and his wife, Hawa, they asked for Allah's forgiveness. They were not like Shaitan, who was adamant. And because they asked for forgiveness, Allah forgave them. And they came on earth. When they got to earth, because they were the first set of people to live on earth, and they started producing children. And for every time Hawa, the wife of Prophet Adam, got pregnant, she's always delivered of twins, a boy and a girl. And Allah taught Adam an arrangement through which these children would start getting married, since they were the only people living on earth. And the arrangement was that the twin sister of the first set of twins will marry the male of the second twin that was given birth to. What we are saying, Prophet Adam had two of them. There was Qabil, who was the elder, who had a twin sister, and the younger brother was Abil, who had another twin sister. So Prophet Adam asked Qabil to marry the twin sister of his brother, who is what? Habil. And Habil will marry the twin sister of his elder brother, called what? Qabil. Wonderful. And this was a perfect arrangement. But Qabil did not like it. He wanted to marry his own twin sister. And because he didn't like it, his father, Prophet Adam, asked the two of them, Qabil and Abil, to bring their sacrifice. Because in those days, when people disagree, they will come to a place of worship and bring their sacrifice. Whomsoever sacrifice is accepted by Allah will be seen to be right. So Qabil brought farm produce, and Habil, the younger brother, brought a ram. While they placed these two items in the place of worship, a consuming fire came and took away the ram. And by that incident, it was clear that Allah accepted the sacrifice of who? Habil, and rejected the sacrifice of who? Qabil. Wonderful. And one would have thought, with this arrangement, Qabil will feel okay, that, oh, well, I have tried, but I have failed. But because Allah rejected his sacrifice, he planned that he was going to harm his brother, who is Abil. Particularly at the time their father, Prophet Adam, had left town. He threatened Habil, I am going to kill you. And Habil said, don't do such things. But if you do that, you are bringing on yourself my own sin and your own sin. Don't forget that in the first episode that we had, we talked about Shaitan. It was the same Shaitan who deceived Adam and his wife to eat the forbidden fruit. I'm sure you have not forgotten. Yes. This same Shaitan again came to Qabil and taught him how to kill his brother. he whispered into his mind and he looked for a heavy stone and hit Habil while Habil was sleeping. It was a sad thing and it was a bad thing.
The Tenant Schools, crèche, nursery, primary, junior secondary, and senior secondary school. The Tenant Schools was established to provide foundational educational services delivered to produce generation of future leaders who are God-fearing, intellectually sound, and morally upright. The Tenant Schools is located at 5 and 6 Tudepopola Street, Ishokon Estate, Oriokuta Junction, Agric, Ikorodu, Lagos. The Tenant Schools, excellence in principles and practice.
Very cruel, and that was how Habil died. He was in his pool of blood. Oh, you feel sorry for him. I'm also feeling sorry. And because nobody had died before then, nobody had died, and nobody had ever killed anybody. So Habil became the first murderer, and Habil became the first victim, the first person to be killed. And he put his brother, who was lying there, lifeless, on the ground. He didn't know what to do to it because nobody had died. While in that state of confusion, he was confused. Allah, in his mercy, sent 2 birds to him. And these 2 birds, the 2 of them perched in his front. And they started fighting. Animals were fighting. And he was looking at them, observing them. One bird killed the other bird. After killing the other one, used his beak and the tiny legs to dig a hole on the ground and pull the dead bird into the hole. And from that incident, it was clear to him. Allah was teaching him how to do what? How to do what? Bury his brother. That was it. He also had to dig a hole, which was the burial ground, and put Habil there and cover the ground. Because he was a murderer, he could no longer stay with his father. He knew what he had done was wrong. By running away, he now followed Shaitan. He became the first murderer, and all other persons who followed him, the children he had thereafter, became the worshippers of fire. They became idol worshippers. And Habil was buried, and Prophet Adam said, because of that incident, Allah made a law. Who knows that law? Oh, you don't know. Do you know? Allah made a law because of that incident of the killing of Habil by Qabil. What is that law? Tell me.
We should always worship him.
No, let me tell you. Allah made a law. The law is, if you kill one person, just one person, who has not committed any wrong, if you kill one soul, Allah said, it's like you have killed the entire human race. You have killed everybody on earth. And that if you save a human being, save a soul, it's like you have saved the entire mankind. That's to tell you how big is the sin of killing somebody. So if somebody is in danger, my children, and you are able to take that person out of danger, Allah said it's like you have taken the entire mankind out of danger. If somebody is in distress, you help him out. It's like you have helped everybody out of distress. And that's why killing in Islam is a very grievous sin. And no killer will enter paradise. So Habil and those who are like him will end up in hellfire. So that is the story of Prophet Adam and his children. Can you tell me lessons to be learned? Yeah, let me start with my girls. Yeah, tell me.
Do not kill anybody.
Yes. Killing is evil. For no reason, we should not kill anybody. Yes.
Several people follow the path of Shaitan.
We must not follow the path of Shaitan. How do we know the path of Shaitan? Whenever anything is whispered into your heart that is about evil, hit him on the head. That is Shaitan talking to you. You mustn't listen to him. Pinch him. That's Shaitan talking to you. You must not listen to it. So we must not listen or follow the path of Shaitan. Yes.
We must obey our father and our mother.
We must obey our parents because our parents are good people. We must listen to them. We must listen to them. Yes, let me hear you.
We should think twice before doing bad things.
Yes, wonderful. We should think twice before we do anything that is bad. Because if we think twice, we will know that that thing is bad. And whatever you want to do to people, think about it. If it is done to me, will I like it? So, if you want to teach somebody's pencil, you also not want your own pencil to be stolen. So don't steal. Don't kill because you don't want people to kill you. These are the lessons to learn. And when we listen to, or when we imbibe these lessons in our life, we'll grow up to become good children. Our lives will be meaningful. Our parents will be happy. And the country will be better for it. I want to thank all of you for listening to us. We have come to the end of the story of Prophet Adam. And I want to thank my children from Farida Children's School and Great Khilafah College. You've been very wonderful. We will be with you again to start another story from another prophet next time when we meet. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
So what I try to do is to look at Nigeria and say, what is it that is actually plaguing us at the moment? Why are we crying? What is the issue? And the issue ranges from increase in fuel price, okay? And this increase in fuel price has resulted in inflation, which has affected a number of products and services across Nigeria. Because as a people, anything that affects fuel price affects every other thing. That's our behavior. Okay, also, we talked about terrorism, kidnapping, insurgency, banditry, and its effects on food production. And I ask, did these bandits and these kidnappers, did they come from another country? Are they not Nigerians? So they are our brothers, my brothers, and your brothers, and our sisters, and our neighbor, and we know them, and we are not reporting them. So what do we expect? Magic? It won't happen. We have to be proactive. We can't leave all of this to just law enforcement. We have to do something different. The argument that Nigeria is an oil-producing nation, so we should have all the oil cheap the way we want, won't happen because we're importing finished product, PMS, AGO, we're importing everything. And every other nation in the world is importing its own inflation wholesale. So we are importing their inflation. While they are exporting the inflation, we are busy importing the inflation from other countries. So I say globally between harvest and retail in Nigeria, but you spoke so much about our agriculture. But for us, as a nation, as compared to other countries of the world, countries in the world that have led in terms of agriculture, between harvest and retail, they lost 14% of their produce. Nigeria lost a whopping 40%. So how do we want to continue to feed 200 million people with primitive equipment? Hoe and cutlasses, to feed 200 million people plus, it's not possible. So while palliative can provide some relief to vulnerable households, it is difficult to identify and sufficiently cover the vulnerable population that will be most impacted. It is difficult. Once you say you want to give palliative, the people who can afford will go and queue. Those are some of our challenges. So who do you know is poor? Who do you give to? Next slide. So what I try to do is to look at development indicators. One is Nigeria and other emerging countries in the world. And what I've done here is that I have chosen Nigeria, Kenya, and South Africa. And I've looked at the inflation rate in the last 40 years. So I plotted the inflation rate for the last 40 years for these three countries. And I look at it where we are. We have not even hit the inflation rate of the 1986. We've not. This is it. So what I then did thereafter is to now superimpose the lending rate, which is the interest rate, on inflation. Next slide. This is it. So what are we doing? All of us knows the analysis of Nigerian problem, but nobody is providing solution. We're all talkers. We just talk, no solution.
Taj Bank, we are a non-interest bank like no other. That's because we do not just share in your success story, but we also share your risk like it's ours. And that's why we say at Taj Bank, our only interest is you.
Gẹ́gẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ yín náà ṣe mọ̀, ẹni bá dúpẹ́ kó bá tún lè rí mi ìgbà ni. We want to say a very big thank you to all our sponsors. We appreciate you. We pray Almighty Allah continue to increase you in knowledge and in your business. A ní àwọn companies like Biggie, Alaja Shupein, she has given us fabrics here. We have a lot from Kakatin. We have a lot, oh yes, Viva. This is our mega prize. It's a washing machine. Who doesn't want to go home with it? Èmi gangan fẹ́ lọ pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ o. Èmi náà máa gbà béèrè. Ìbéèrè tí n bá béèrè, èmi náà máa gbà. Má worry, mi ò ní ṣòjòrò. You know how it is. The next segment we're going to start is our quiz segment. So ẹ wá nǹkan fìdílé, get your pen and paper, write down the question and send in your answers as quickly as possible. Welcome back to the quiz segment. Now, our quiz for the day. I hope you have your pens and papers. And you know, tí mo pé ẹni tó bá kọ́kọ́ send in correct answer, òun ló máa jẹ ẹ̀bùn wa o. Now, my question is this. How many articles of faith do we have? That is question 1A. Now, B, name them. How many articles of faith do we have? A. B, mention the names. Send in your answers to our Facebook page, Ames Media Company Limited. That is where we will entertain your answers, or no other place. Send in your answers to our Facebook page, Ames Media Company Limited. The first correct answer would, of course, win all of our beautiful gifts. And you never can say, it might be your turn to go home with a mega prize. This is where we are going to draw the curtain for today. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ilé tiwa tó lọ báyìí, èmi náà fẹ́ lọ ṣe àwọn ètò kí n bá lè gbáradì láti tó wá pàdé yín. Inshallah bi'idhnillahi ní ọ̀la. Habiba Adedoyin Kukoyi, I am here saying, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله لا